This is hands down one of the best pageants that I've ever seen. This is hands down one of the best pageants that I've ever seen. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Miss Criticizer 2021. If you're here for the very first time, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, share, hit the notification bell. Y'all know that I've reviewed the past Miss Nigeria, and I said, you know what, let me create a series where I'm just going to review the pageants worldwide. Your girl loves pageants, and hence why I've nominated myself of being a criticizer. But it's all fun, it's all games, you know, all I just do is review. So let me not hold you up any further. I said, okay, let me go to South Africa. I've been hearing a lot of hype in regards to Miss South Africa, and also the whole controversy with Chidema and everything. Now let's start with the live show. I actually wanted to review the original competition show, which is called Crown Chaser. So the format is almost like America's Next Top Model, where, you know, the girls go through the camp series and then they have to eliminate. That's what I really wanted to watch, but unfortunately I'm here in the UK. Your girl doesn't have access to the episode, so I'm just going to go straight to the live show. I watched the opening and I said, oh, this is very creative. They didn't even go straight to the point. I saw that they were in this lovely resort called Sun City, and I've heard of Sun City. So all the girls are there, they're just relaxed, and all of a sudden they hear the drums and they're in their beautiful flare outfits. What do? They chase the crown. The crown is somewhere placed on top of the stairs, and as they're all chasing it, we see the hand. Who is it? Who is going to get this crown? And I said, wow, this is very creative. And so then it moves straight to the live show, where we have a beautiful performance of the tribal dancers, the drums and everything. I said, oh, this is very beautiful. This is very lovely. Then we have the highlight, the star of the show, which is the beautiful crown. Now, I've read somewhere about the crown that it's a very expensive crown. It's made out of diamonds, and even if you see how it's carved, you see the tree branch on the crown, the way it's been designed, and it has that African feel. It's curved and you see the tree branch. I said, wow, the attention to detail. We know that most of the shows, when we watch pageants, they don't really put details. Like, let's just say the crown is not really the star of the show. It's all about the girls. But the fact that they said, you know what, we highlight the crown, this is the reason why it's there. I said, this is magnificent. So now let me move on to the next stage. We have the beautiful presenter, Bonang Matheba. Oh my God, I love Bonang. I've heard of her for so many years. She's been consistent in the industry, even though she's had her scandals, but you cannot take away that she's a wonderful presenter, and her outfit was given. Her outfit was given. And we are presented with the 16 beautiful finalists, where actually their presentation came in the form of a voiceover, so they didn't even have to come out and shout and say, oh, my name is this and I come from this state. They didn't have to do all of that. All they had to do was look pretty, be mute, smile, and then you had their voiceover taken over. And I said, wow, that's really excellent. Of course, Bonang had to change into her second outfit, looking like a goddess. And then now it's time for the swimsuit session. And so we have this performer. Of course, it goes well, it blends well with the swimsuit part. It's giving Coldplay, the song. I'm feeling it, like. And all the ladies, they look beautiful in the bathing suit, but the ones that stood out for me in the bathing suit, because she has the body, she has the height, even though she almost slipped, but she killed it for me, is I hope I'm not butchering the name, but her name is Lebohang. Lebohang was giving hair, looking like Diana Ross, the pink, oh my God, her hips. the flare, the heels. She looked stunning. The one that also stood out for me in the swimsuit round is Keba Lepile Ramafoko. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. She also stood out for me. Her confidence, her chest was stretched. She had a very relaxed walk and she walked like she owned it. She also had a body. Like I said, all the ladies looked stunning in the bathing suit round. I loved the color coordination. I just love that it has those summer colors. And even the fact that I believe Layla, she's Muslim, so she kind of had something that was fully covered on her body, like a kind of like a bodysuit, a light mesh transparent one. But I like that it was actually tastefully done, because usually when we see like the fully covered thing when it comes to the bathing suit round, I don't know how it is, but they always use like black and then they put the bathing suit on it, and no offense, it doesn't really look good. So I like how they did Layla's one, that the color of the bathing suit still matched her bodysuit. Because of her religion, it covered her. So correct me if I'm wrong. I like the attention to detail. The summer colors, all the ladies look good. Now let me move on to the next one. The man also, he also stopped performing. So let me move on to the next one. Okay, so now we have a third round, which to me, usually when I watch pageants, I have not seen this round. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. I feel that this part is quite emotional, and so it has this lady with the spoken word poetry, and then we have the background instrument, the harp sounds, the piano sounds, something that's so angelic. And the way the ladies came, they looked like angels, just holding the candles and wearing their flowy satin dress. Even the spoken word, it correlates with what they're wearing. They're wearing this flowy satin dress with the flowers on them, looking like angels. The fact that the spoken word also highlighted that everywhere where they walk, you see, the trees, the nature, it curves to them. The fact that God has created them in such a wonderful way. How God took his time to create these beautiful ladies. And it was just so emotional. Like, I felt like this really celebrated the ladies, their diamonds. It doesn't matter what the outcome is, the fact that you are special. So I felt like this round was just so dedicated to the ladies and just making them known that, listen, you're special in your own way. And listen, the poet lady, she really did her thing. I've never really seen this round. Now I said it, maybe I'm yet to watch your country's one. Let me know. But the fact that they are doing something out of the ordinary, I just loved it. Ladies look beautiful. Some of the ones that have the flower in their head. Now we get to the top 7 cut down. Yeah, and to be honest, I didn't actually see how they went from 10 to 7, so I'm not sure if maybe the YouTube version is the incomplete version. I'm not sure, but hey, they showed the top 7. The ladies look beautiful in their kind of like their shiny palette. The ladies look stunning in their suits. It's giving flashy, it's giving Vegas, and I see they added the little paillettes looking shiny. I loved it. Now this scene is actually very, very important. It has to do with the cause that they're advocating for, and I feel like all the ladies actually did well. All of their causes was well. Like, I had a few standouts, because there were some of the ladies, some of them were actually a bit similar to each other. For example, the gender violence, the criminal part, everything that, you know, of course, those unfortunate cases. But the ones that actually stood out to me was Mia Leroux one. Because again, you know, it has to do, of course, with the excluded, you being different, being disabled, the challenges even of being faced if things are not even tailored to you, and the fact that, you know, the inclusivity is very, very important. And what she wants to do to also help. I felt that that really, really touched me. So Mia is, to be honest, number one for me when it comes to that. All of them were actually. Onalena 1 2 again was good in regards to the domestic violence, gender-based violence. You know, this is something that is quite rampant in a couple of countries, South Africa too, and it's a continuous thing. Yes, it's nice to say it, but like it's because it's something that has been ongoing, of course. Like, this needs to be fought and it needs to stop, you know. And I like how she spoke in such a passionate way in regards to even tackling this. Layla too, hers was also good in regards to her advocacy for single mothers, and even how the community helps you, because the challenges you face being a single parent, it can be mentally, emotionally, financially draining if you have to do it all by yourself. And it can even, things like that can lead to depression. So I feel like all the ladies actually had a good cause. And even the way they said it from their heart, they spoke with passion. You could feel it. Like, this was just so hard. So now we have the evening gown session. And this was also beautiful. We had a lovely singer. Let me call her name, because I need to put respect on her name. The way she sang, it hit my soul. And like I said, South Africans, they're one of the best singers in the world. Hey, their vocals, it comes from the ancestors. It hits the heart. This is not even something that you can go to school for training. Her name is Zoe Modiga. Oh my God. And it fit the theme. I even loved her outfit. I loved her hair. So creative, natural, beautiful. So as she sings, very subtle, very slow, very passionate, sensual, but tastefully done. And as the ladies were escorted by two gentlemen from the stairs, it goes with the theme, because it's evening gown. I'm a princess. It's all about me. I'm in the middle. They escort them slowly down the stairs. So that was kind of the nightgown. They look stunning. It's giving me old Hollywood. It's giving me glam. It's giving me, I love the feathers. I'll get to it. I'll get to it at the end when I give all my comments. Okay. Now, it's time for the most anticipated Q&As. And this is the deciding factor for if you win or not. So they went through the top 5. And they started with Mia Leroux. So the judge asked, if you were to win and your next post goes viral on Instagram, what would the post be? So she said, all the little girls that look different, that feel different, that are not really in the societal norm, the ones that don't have confidence, she is a role model. They should look up to her and see that, listen, if I can do it, you can do it too. Don't feel indifferent. It doesn't matter what disability you have. If there's anything, know that you can do it. And I said, damn, I felt that. I felt that. That's a proper representation. And I'm like, wow. And to be honest, in this top 5 session, I feel like Mia's answer stood out to me. But again, she also had one of the best questions. I will admit that. She had one of the best questions. The other ladies, they answered right, but it felt a bit surface leveled. For example, Layla, they asked her to truly be themselves without conforming to societal norms. And Layla was more like, what I got from her answer is, listen, we're all not perfect. Only God can validate you, and you just have to believe in yourself. And yeah, kind of moved on, you know. But I understand they have 40 seconds to answer the question, make it short, make it simple. It was surface level, but like I said, they kind of have limited time. So kind of what can you do? So more like, listen, it's only God that can validate you. God makes no mistake. We all have our flaws and all that. I said, okay, that was kind of a decent answer. The answer that Onalena gave, it actually started well, and then I felt like it just drifted to something else, and I'm like, Does it make sense? But forgive me if I'm wrong, because they ask her, do you feel that technology brings people together or it drifts people far apart? And I feel that this is maybe a general thing and not really a South African problem. Now, she said it's drifting everybody apart, which I fully agree, and I've always said that. You know, there's so much distraction, there's barely any intimacy. Sometimes you even go to the nightclub and everybody's on their phone. The addiction for social media is real, and we tend to lose the traditional ways of connecting with each other. So she said that that was happening, but then she said it's kind of drifting South Africa apart and it's dividing us. And I'm not sure if she's talking about Twitter, if there are Twitter wars and it's toxic, so it's just dividing us and we're just going at each other. So she's talking about it more as we're combating each other and all that in South Africa. So I said, I'm not sure if somebody can help me. Like I said, they have short answer to give, so it was a bit vague for me. So her answer, I was a bit disappointed in it. And also the question that they asked, Unsia Mense, I hope I'm pronouncing it well, Unsia Mense, like based on these past few weeks, like in camp and everything that you've learned, what makes you the right representative of Miss South Africa? And she highlighted that the camp, which was Crown Chaser, was actually highlighted her sensitivity. It was one of the hardest experience, and so it taught her to be sensitive towards everything, like especially what's going on in South Africa and the need to be sensitive. And I said, okay, that's quite good. You're going to be a pageant queen. I'm like, the sensitivity, is it more beneficial when it comes to like the humanitarian work and other things? Because I feel like that could have been actually broad. It could not only be limited to sensitivity, because the thing is, to be a queen, you don't only have to be sensitive, you know. It's big shoes to fill in. So with that answer, again, but that's up to her, I was a bit disappointed. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed, but I like how she answered it, but the answer was a bit disappointing. So then the question that they had for Nompumelelo is that, how would you use your platform as Miss South Africa to empower the marginalized? And of course, she, who I believe comes from Soweto, she said that of course she's a role model. When she rise, we all rise together, and that she's representing them. And also that of course it's a township that has been crippled by its social ills. We know that unemployment, everything that may happen, non-development, but also the fact that they should be inspired, that they're not, and the way they should be inspired is that they're not a product of their circumstances, and that they are deserving of whatever comes their way. Because like I said, she's a role model, and sometimes the environment, it can cripple you mentally. And that's how it is when you're in a situation like this. It feels like being in quicksand. You can never come out. It is up to you to fight. For me, the answer that I would give to you is that don't let it affect you mentally. It will cripple you mentally. And at the end of the day, that is what a situation like this is when it comes to poverty. It's psychological. Don't let it get to you. You have to overcome it. And we all fight together. We all empower each other to build confidence where we rise and where we fight to come out of it. But that's just the answer that I would get. But you know how I am. I like detailed answers. But again, they're not given enough time. So they kind of have to give surface leveled answers. And so then we also have the next person performing them. This evening, there were a lot of performers. We have Kamo Mpela, who I love. And Enikiniti. Anani. Nananikiniki. Anani. Aibo. Ay. Aibo. Ay. Or the other song, Tali, Tali, hey, Tali. Listen, she's one of the best dancers that I've seen. Listen, Kamo Mpela, I have to go to one of your concerts. So seriously, I wish I was there. I would have supported her. I would have loved to see her. I think she came to London so many times. She came, I think, for the Amafest. And I've never been to Amafest before. Never, ever, ever, ever in my life. But I would like to see her. Anyway, she's doing her thing. Okay. So after Kamo's performance, they announced the top 3 we're getting closer to the crown. So we have Nompumelelo, we have Mia Leroux, and then we have Onalena. Cool, let's go! So then the last bit is, what are the changes you would like to bring to South Africa as a nation? Onalene went first. Now, I know that the nerves, it hit her. But like I said, the attention to detail, I like that it covered the other ladies, their ears. Attention to detail.
Changeable. And I would change, the one thing that I would change is
And Onalene said she was so nervous, you know, she was stumbling upon the words that, to be honest, she didn't really give the exact answer. She said that she loves her country is unchangeable and it embraces diversity, but then the one thing she would change, and then the time just went up. Girl, I understand, you're nervous. So the next one is Mia Leroux, where she said she would teach the included, which is basically almost like the general people, the average people, on how to empower the excluded, educate them. We need to connect. We don't have to feel the need to exclude them. And where she also said that South Africa is at its strongest where they are unified, where we are together as a nation. It doesn't matter what your background is, and the fact that we all empower each other, we can learn from each other, that's all that matters. Which, to be honest, it is a good answer. It is a good answer. She kept it short, she kept it simple. Then the third one is Nompumelelo. She also gave a good answer. She said, listen, it's not only about the policies, manifestos and other things that are being put in by the leaders. They need to hold them accountable. That things like this come out true. And that is not being said for, hey, political endorsement and just not getting away with it. And these are things that they need to take seriously. Like she said, if I rise, we rise with others. We make each other stronger as a nation, which, to be honest, is also a good answer. She gave a good answer, but the thing is, it's easier said than done. But hey, I understand. So let me skip to everything. Of course, they showed the montage of the previous winner and all that. And now, it's time for the crown, the most exciting part. The former Miss, I think her name is Natasha. She's coming to hand down the crown. So, it's between these lovely ladies. And it was between Nompumelelo and Mia Leroux. And we know that Mia has won. Congratulations, Mia. Congratulations. All the ladies did well. All the ladies, they were stunning. They carried themselves very well. And to be honest, yeah, congratulations, Mia. You did it well. And also, I also like how Miss South Africa, they're quite inclusive when it comes to even everybody, the disabled, everybody. And I know how it feels, you know, because I have ADHD, and sometimes it can be a struggle, especially when it comes to learning disabilities and the fact that you're being told that you're not good enough or some other things. You know, if you're not in that position, you don't even know how it feels. And we are not our disabilities. We are not. And the fact that she stood there, she stood strong, she represented at least her community. It doesn't matter what you are, you have other girls that can look up to her. So yeah, congratulations, Mia. Very, very well. Now